Hi, welcome back. If you haven't got a garden, wall mount a planting container on the outside of your house and you can have a little garden. In today's video, I'm going to plant up this half moon hanging basket and put it on my outside wall by my patio, and I'm going to plant winter cheer. So in the garden centre at the moment, there are plants which will give you lots of winter colour and interest and a lot of winter cheer on a grey day. I've got a selection of plants here for winter. I've got red cyclamen. Cyclamen are great value, they flower for ages. They're not actually frost hardy, but because I'm putting them against a wall and it's raised, it's not going to be as cold as in the soil. So I wouldn't plant them in the soil at the moment, particularly as we're going to have cold weather. Plant them in containers. And then I've got some carex, lovely grass, ornamental grass. This is yellow and green. My cat loves it. Don't plant them in containers if you've got cats on the ground, because your cats will just eat them. So this is going to go in the wall mounted container. I'm going to plant up 2 containers today, 2 different ones. Little conifers and trailing ivy. Now I'm going to fill the container with compost. I'm actually going to use John Innes number 3 compost because that's what I've got. You don't have to use that particular compost. You can just use a multi-purpose compost. And I'm going to fill it about half full, and then I'm going to place my plants. And as I say, I'm going to do 2 hanging baskets. Well, they're called half moon wall mounted baskets. I'm going to do 2 today. Now these were really good value. They were about £6.99 each, so that's really good value. So here we go. They will need watering, even in the winter. And these kind of wall-mounted containers can dry out more easily than things in the ground. Okay, I'm actually going to use this mini conifer. I love this lime green. Gorgeous. A little bit low. I'm going to add some more compost. I want it to show. Use a peat-free compost. There's a bee buzzing around, going for the cyclamen. That's about right. And then I'm going to plant some cyclamen, if the bee will let me. Little trick with cyclamen, which I've shown you before, is you just take off the sort of top layer and expose the corm. You don't want the corm to be sitting in wet compost. And they do need watering, but don't water them too much. So they're going to go in there. And I love cyclamen. I think the leaf is so pretty. The leaf is as pretty as the flower. Take off any leaves which have been affected by botrytis, or which were just looking a bit manky. And then I'm going to put the trailing ivy in at the front. Love trailing ivy, particularly this variegated one. So there you go. How's that looking? And then I'm going to put in the compost. Just fill it up with compost and water it and hang it in situ.
And you really need to do get some others on the wall as well.
Well, I can. Oh, that looks sweet. Yeah, I like that. It looks sweet, doesn't it? And lots of people don't have gardens, particularly in London. And that's really cheap. It's like £7, 8, 9, and 4, 13, and 3, 16. I think that's about 20 quid on. I think that's less than 30 quid for the whole container. So there's the container planted up. A lovely festive green and red. I particularly like this lime green. I think it's very cheerful. I'm going to now put it in situ on my wall. All you need is a couple of hooks on your wall, and there you have it. You have a little garden. And this container, the container and the plants together, probably came to less than £30, and it'll give you a lot of beauty for a long time. So I think it's really good value. So I'm now going to hang it up. So I've planted up a second container, and I've got these lovely grasses in here, which I think are really interesting, with some lovely red cyclamen and some trailing ivy. So that I'm going to place on my wall. Both my planters are in view of my living room, so I'll sit in my living room and look at my wall-mounted planters. So place them where you can see them. There you go. I'm very happy with that. It's going to give a lot of colour on my wall. And I'm really loving the grasses. I hope you feel inspired by this video. If you have, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.